computer. Okay. And here we are on Shake Up Your Makeup, and it's Belinda, and she's going to do all about lips tonight. Fabulous looking, gorgeous Belinda. Take it away.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for encouraging me to put on my face today. Now I'm going to put on my lips today, just in time to eat a bite.
There you go.
And I'm going to use our really, really awesome lip primer. I guess I need to hold it the right way. Lip primer. This stuff is really rocks and rolls. It really does. It makes your lips more, I'm going to say more hydrated. And also at the same time, it keeps your lipstick on. So I really love it. Okay. So anyways, all I do is put it on just like I would any other lip balm, lipstick, lip, whatever. That's all you need. You don't have to sit there and press it and put it on forever. Then I'm going to use our berry lip liner.
Love it. That's going to look good.
And line the lips. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm going to smudge it anyway.
I think that's a great point. A lot of people say they don't know how to use lip liner, but I'm like, I think you did a great job, because you're just going on the edge of your lip, and there it is.
You can rub it together, but you know, one of the new things is blending it so you don't have such a what's the other word? Cut crease.
Yeah, there you go.
Lips.
So it looks better, and I think that's great, because it makes it a little smoother and a little softer. And
but you don't have that area on the outside. And this trick I learned from Mary Kay, somewhere in Mary Kay. Next, we're going to use Poppy Please.
Ooh, I love that lipstick color.
Just on the side.
Okay, perfect. That looks great. Ooh, yeah.
And you want to, you know, blend it in. You don't want it to be like, oh, there's red and oh, there's berry. And because it is New Year's, we have a really pretty lipstick. It's new. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with it.
Ooh,
You
I
can
like it.
put a sparkle there. And I like to add it to the outside where the berry is.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. That is so pretty.
Just a little bit.
I love it.
And if you get dry lips between your wine and your water, there's always our red that you can use just to touch up in the inside if you want a little shine instead of the matte look.
I think that looks great.
That is it. All
Yay!
done.
And it totally pops, because it's like the rest of your face is already fabulous. And look at those lips. They're phenomenal. That looks amazing, Belinda. And I love the eyes are like, they're kind of toned down. They're like a smoky look, but I think it's fabulous. And the lipstick really goes well. Gorgeous.
Cool. Happy New Year.
Yeah, that's right, girl. Happy New Year to us. You're so true, sister. All right, let me switch out and put Stephanie there. So yay, yay, yay. All right, girlie, what are you going to talk about with us tonight?
So I'm going to talk all about eyes, because for me, eyes is where it's at. And I love to have a good eye, especially at New Year's. So for the beginning, I've already kind of prepped my skin. I've actually contoured, highlighted, I've put my lipstick on, all of those things. But I really started with the frame for my eye first, and that is the Mary Kay Precision Brow Liner. I love this stuff. It is so good. So I outlined my eyebrows, and then I used the awesome volumizing brow tint. And so both of these are in the dark brunette, and that's the colors I prefer to use. And so I started with that, and then I'm gonna go with some eyeshadows. So I kind of like, my favorite colors are berry, pinks, and you can see I have a very nude palette right now. So I'm gonna start with some berry colors. I'm gonna start with Sweet Plum. That is one of my favorites. So it looks right here, this one. I love that color.
Love that, super pretty.
It is one of my very favorites. So I'm gonna take my brush, and I have quite a few, and I finally found the one that I was missing. Here, this is just the all over eye brush, eyeshadow, and I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to dip that in the Sweet Plum and start there. By the way, one of the things I forgot to mention was I started before I ever applied. I did start with this awesome eye primer. And this is one of my, you can see it's almost gone. It's one of my go-tos. And I actually use it on my eye and underneath for my concealer. So this is pretty awesome stuff. This is what I like to use to start. It holds everything in place. So, you know, you want to keep your makeup in place. So that's a nice, that primer really does the trick. So here I am. I'm just going to go up to my crease. And I'm actually going to just kind of use this color, this lid color, as a little bit of a crease. I'm just going to use 2 colors tonight. And so I'll do the other side. If you want, you could probably do a brown, or, you know, you could do, this has nice tones for brown, but I am going to try some new, where I'm going to put a lot of my energy is going to be in my eyeliner, because eyeliner for me is my favorite, pretty much one of my favorite things. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take and fill in just a little bit in this arch with the blossom. So this is a white color, a creamy white, and it just gives a little bit of highlight. Another thing you could do is take and use one of the white shimmers, and that might be a nice idea. Michelle, I think that is the crystalline. So I have the crystalline here. So I could even just take and do a little bit of white crystalline right in the corners of my eyes. If I wanted, I could do it up there. Yeah, so there's like a lot of options here. And then I'm going to take my favorite, which is the black gel eyeliner.
Yes.
Yes, that stuff is amazing. It really doesn't budge. So I take and use the spoolie brush, or what we might refer to as the eyebrow eyeliner brush. And I like to dip and apply. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to try to make a little bit of a cat eye here. Okay. So I'm going to start with this, and it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to fill it in as you go.
That looks really good. And it looks like you make it look so easy for people who like have trouble with that, you know? I think that's good.
Yeah. It can, you know, when you first start using a liquid or a gel, it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but it actually, a lot of times you'll find that it goes on easier than a pencil, simply because it doesn't drag or anything. And so what you might consider doing, I kind of do whatever I feel like in the mood for, or whatever ends up, I kind of like to go with the flow with my makeup. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. So, you know, I prefer to kind of start just about right here, about 1/3 of the way into my eye. And if it goes a little further, like I did, I'm not worried about it. But I try not to do a lot of heavy hand in the inside. Where I put the energy is over into the outer edge. So you really want to try to start probably around right here and start the line. I don't do the bottom because I think that sometimes if you do both eyes, you're going to end up making, like the bottom and the top, you're going to make it look smaller. So I prefer not to go that direction. And then the other thing you want to try to do is have an upward wing, as much upward as you can, so it doesn't look like your eye is going down. And so I'll finish in this one. And we'll hope that it's even. It's always easier on one side and then not the other. So you have to kind of take your time.
Totally agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, this is not my
Other.
Yeah, this isn't my easy side. That's okay. You know, you might make little mistakes in your mind, but there's always the a Q-tip and the makeup remover, you know? So the eye makeup remover is perfect for this. If you have any problems and you don't like what you did, just take a little Q-tip, dip it in, change that one spot and move on. So I don't think that makeup has to be perfect. And you know, you can kind of see my side over here is not perfect, and I'm not really that worried. I'm just going to keep blending, and then there we go. So then, because, you know, just like Belinda said, just because since it is New Year's, I'm going to take and use this new At Play metallic liquid liner, and I'm going to make a bigger, bolder line. I'm going to start in the inside, like I was telling you, and I'm just going to try to stay on the top of the black. I'm going to leave a little bit of black there.
Oh, wow. You can totally see that it makes a real nice pop. Oh my gosh. It so stands out. Like, wow. Big time. Look at the difference between the eyes, y'all. Oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy. That looks so much more fancy.
Yeah. So we're kind of putting on the fancy. You got it. I love myself some fancy.
Well,
so
yeah.
Yeah, and then the thing that's going to kind of keep the eye uplifted in a minute is going to be the eye mascara. So we'll and then I'll show you my personal favorite tricks. Now I'm working backwards, so I'm kind of living a little here.
Well, it looks like it's working. That's fabulous. And you can see the brightness of the eye. I love the brightness of the shadow. That looks really, really good.
Yeah, I love the color. This sweet plum is one of my favorites. So,
and I love liner.
Yeah,
super duper.
So that really is fun. So I'm going to tell you my favorites. So the last kind of finishing act here. So probably if I had time in my everyday life, I would take and set everything with this awesome Scandinavia finishing spray. I'd spray it on my eyes and just let them dry. And then I would take my mascaras. So I prefer, after they're dry, I would take my mascaras. I prefer the Lash Intensity and to start. So I used a combo effect. That's my favorite way is I use Lash Intensity and then I follow it up with the Ultimate Mascara to add a little bit more volume. So you start at the root of your lashes and kind of wiggle up. And I'll actually just show in a second, I'll show you all the difference between one eye and the other.
That's a great idea to see the difference. And the Lash Intensity, I think we all love that one, but I think it's a great one for if people aren't sure, but boy, it does a great job, especially for fancy occasions like the, you know, for New Year's. You can already see it even, you know, being further from the camera, like it doesn't matter. You still can see the big difference in the eye. So that's a big one.
And then I'll take my Ultimate Mascara and I like to fill in the gaps. This is to me like my little, kind of like my volumizing trick. I feel like it kind of makes it even bolder. The two together are a great combo. They're just my favorite way to put on mascara. And then I'm going to fill in, I always use the Ultimate to fill in the bottom lashes because it's just gentle and it doesn't go anywhere. So I just want to keep it light and not too heavy handed because remember, we're not trying to line the bottom eye.
Yeah, I got it. That's exactly right. I can see that. You can see the difference in the eyes. That's what's awesome to see the actual application difference. Wow, big difference, seriously. And you're not even right next to the camera. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Like that looks huge. Look how much eyes are. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's big.
Yes. So this is kind of my jam, and it doesn't take that long, really. When you think about what you're going to do with your eyes or find a feature you really like and then start there and spend the time there. I probably spent 5 minutes putting on my foundation, you know, even contouring and highlighting, I didn't get crazy, but this is where I might put my energy. So it really doesn't take that long, and you can go out and look ready in a good 10 minutes and you're done.
I think that's great. And especially like right now, a lot of times, you know, if you've got family in town or whatever, and, you know, you're doing all the serving and things, you know, and then you're planning to be out or go somewhere, it can be hard to, you know, feel like you can put it together and you're just like, oh my gosh, I look like a hag, you know, like you want to bring it, but you're just like, you know, there's not a lot of time. So I think it's great to be able to just go, yeah, I can look at that. It's a huge difference. Yeah. That looks great, Stephanie. I love it.
Yeah. And you can
Super.
dress it up with like some sparkle, and then it makes it even more fun because my eyeliner matches my necklace.
Exactly. I was
Right?
gonna say, it totally does. I'm pulling Belinda in because she has her gorgeous face on too with her lips. So that way, and so for everybody who's watching back, we had Stephanie who is featuring the eyes because that's what feature she wanted to play up. And so she's kind of neutral everywhere else. And then you've got Belinda who wanted to feature lips because that was her main feature. I love it. It's so cute. And of course, she has some other makeup on too, but the lips were the main focus of her face today. So that looks gorgeous. Whatever. You're so cute. You look great, Belinda. Oh my God, that's so funny. I love it. You guys both did a really great job of explaining and making it simple to be able to really have a nice look for going out, or if you're staying in on New Year's, but you want to look good for pictures because you're taking pictures, you know, so it's like we do need to bring that. So I think that's important to be sure that we don't look like a hot mess in all the photos. So thank you, ladies. Yay.